regular Indian side in there. Vinod Kambli back in the team, but some names we know well from this summer. And then the South African side, well, Kepler Wessels has captained that side particularly well. And we've got to know some of them. Jonty Rhodes, a magnificent fielder. Brian McMillan playing with an injury, but this is desperation time for South Africa. They need the points. And the points table situation, well, we now know that New Zealand are on top of the competition, having beaten England. We've got that sorted out. But South Africa, well, they can claim a spot in the semi-finals with a win today, and that would leave then Australia, West Indies and Pakistan scrambling for a spot in the four. This is a rain-reduced match. It's down to 30 overs. Each bowler has a maximum of 6 overs, and the field restrictions are in order for the first 9 overs. We pick up play in the first over. It's Alan Donald of South Africa bowling to Srikanth.
The outfield will be quite wet, difficult to stand up. The ball will get greasy early on. That's out. Yes, what a catch! What a gem of a catch! It was off the leading edge and he went up. It was a great mark. Peter Kirsten at cover takes a beauty.
What a World Cup he's had. Not selected in the initial 20. Here he is making runs galore and affecting catches like this one. I tell you what, he couldn't have got much higher, and he managed to get that in his fingertips. What a catch.
Oh, what a start to the 30-over match here at the Adelaide Oval. Looking to work it onto the onside, got the leading edge, out for a duck. It's 1 for 1. Mohommed Azaruddins taking guard, coming in at 1 for 1. He's had a good World Cup, the Indian captain. And Peter Kirsten, who's supporting Jonty Rhodes in the cover region, was coming in with Richard Snell coming into the attack from the city end.
Can't afford to give Azaruddin any room at all on that off stump. Played a brilliant innings in the test match here at Adelaide Oval. Hit something like 11 boundaries in his first 50. And he really gave those short side boundaries a workout.
Azaruddin looks very laid back the way he plays. He doesn't look one of those players that will be quite keen on running a lot of singles. Times the ball beautifully, as a result gets a lot of fours.
Exactly like that.
Yeah, Richard Snell just gives him a little bit of width, and he doesn't even have to run for that. He's not going to lose any energy running down the wicket for that one. Oh, but look at Jonty Rhodes there. Spectacular.
You could never accuse him of not trying, Jonty Rhodes. He loves it. That's exactly how he played in the Adelaide Test match.
So I think, again, you just reminded him how he should probably play on this pitch. Just a little bit of width here, and he's really lapping this up, and he cracks it away square. He doesn't have to run for that either.
It's a beautiful hit. He's a marvellous timer of the ball, Azaruddin. It's going to go all the way.
Azaruddin and very aggressive. Here, Richard Snell, who he's taking a fancy to here, just on off stump, and he just clips it through the mid-wicket gap. And runs all the way for 4. What fine timing that is.
There was a long off.
Achilles will have stiffened up after this spell.
Good over from McMillan. India 1 for 58 after 12.
Yes, there'll be some exciting batting from here on in.
Down the ground, and the long off is not straight enough. In fact, the ball going directly behind the bowler's head. Just the 1 run for it.
About him. and the ball hit the stumps. You have a look at the ball at the keeper's end as we go through here. The ball is missed at the bowler's end, and Mandrake at the other end.
Protection out there, but they'll look for two. Sweeper position, man up there having to move to his right. So 2 more runs. And the fact that the Indians are keeping wickets intact here. They've just lost the one. Chris Shrikant out without scoring. That's the 2nd consecutive match he's been out without scoring.
Adrian Kepler.
It's in the air. There's a high catch out there, but dropping just short of Conje out on the wide long on position.
Well, we're going to see a few of these up and under shots. Players going for the short boundary square of the wicket. The batsman didn't quite get hold of that, and probably luckily he didn't quite reach.
He's bowled in, so Mandrake swinging once too often. Adrian Kepler gets the wicket, and the 2nd wicket is gone for India. Mandrake having decided about 2 overs ago that the time had come for some big hitting, bowled by Kepler for 28, 1 for 79.
Yes, it's the way he had to go, Mandrake, but some very smart bowling from Kepler, just keeping the ball up, a little bit of movement off the seam there. He's gone 28 from 53 deliveries, it's 2 for 79.
So here's the star boy of world cricket. Sachin Tendulkar is out there now to replace Mandrake. Down the ground, and there certainly will be 2 here. Of course, it's not only that he's been batting so well, and it's a batsman that everyone knows Sachin Tendulkar already as, but he's also filled in as a medium pace bowler, and he's been absolutely outstanding in the field.
It's a glorious day now. And that's a magnificent hit. That's something like, 120, 130 metres way out there.
And he's now warming up, 2 for 100. And it's going to be a catch. Lobbed up, taken quite comfortably by Wessels at mid-on. That's an important wicket for South Africa, as Tendulkar completely mistiming the shot. So the 3rd Indian wicket falls, 103, and Sachin Tendulkar goes off a ground in Australia for the last time for the season.
Yes, he didn't quite get hold of it. You could see his grimace there just as he hit it. He knew he was gone. Tried to go over the top of Wessels, I think. There was a gap out there, and this is good captaincy. You encourage, as I said, the players to hit across the line. It was pitched outside off stump, and Wessels takes a very well judged catch.
So Tendulkar caught by Wessels mid-on off the bowling of Kepler, and it's a 3 for 103.
At that moment, Kapil Dev. It's Mohommed Azaruddins 50. He's played very well. Doesn't really try to strike the ball too hard. His timing has been immaculate. That's the end of the over. 3 for 112. Got that one away fine as well. So that'll run all the way down to the fence.
Kepler just straying in line this time, angling the ball down to run very fine down to the boundary for 4. Just enough bat on that to give it the impetus. unnecessary momentum to carry all the way. It's a long boundary down there, but still 4.
He's hit that beautifully, right off the meat again. The mid-on's up, it's bounced just 15 metres away or thereabout from the boundary. And once again, right off the middle of the bat. This is turning out to be a little gem of an innings. Azaruddin, that's his 6th boundary.
This is exactly where the batsmen have been eyeing up space. Mid-on in. And a full ball from Richard Snell being given plenty of treatment from Azaruddin. A few bounces.
The over 3 for 145. This is Alan Donald. That goes flying away down the leg side. Probably flicked him on the boot.
Well, unnecessary overthrows there. Azaruddin was very comfortably in and just tempted our man to let the ball go. And no backing up, as extra cover and mid-off were well out of position to stop the extra run coming.
Nice deflection. And more to third man. I hope he did quietly accumulate the ones. 150 registered on the board. It's also very well bowled, right up in the block hole, but Azaruddin's quick. He's coming back for the second to make it. Yes, he's made it, just though.
Well, they're running for everything, India. They have to. It's the later stages of a shortened game. There's no point in holding back here. They've got lots of batsmen left in the pavilion. And very close at full speed, that Kizahaya giving the batsmen the benefit of the doubt. We have the advantage of slow motion replays here.
Way down towards square leg. In the defence it goes too.
This of course is the risk when the field is spread and when long leg is up, that any loose delivery like that, this was high and aimed towards leg stump, dragged in fact, sorry, from just outside off stump, and there's plenty of open space there.
The Indians were put into bat by South Africa in this a reduced match. This is over number 29. Donald the bowler, and that's a big hit. Yes, it's a beauty. Way over the top, just behind square. The boundaries are just a little short there, but really, he middled that one. It was a pretty flat pull shot as well. And ended up flying onto the concrete section up at the back of the ground.
This is more of a scoop from Kapil. Again, Alan Donald straying in line down the leg side. The man at deep square leg, 3 rows back in the crowd, they're not making a very good effort, I'm afraid.
Always hit that beautifully as well. Absolutely magnificent batting here by the Indians. That was marvellous timing by Dev. Having said that, just short of a length. He's replaced the batsman like Dev, and Mohommed Azaruddin like it.
Kapil Dev's done very well to squeeze this out for 4. It's full length. He's stayed on the crease there, Kapil Dev, and he's just timed this one so perfectly and placed it so well that it's raced away for 4.
So his strike rate at 150 at the moment, and he's bowled in. That one's hit the stump and gone flying over the top of the keeper's head. What a gem of a little knock though from Kapil Dev. I don't think the South Africans will forget that in a hurry. He came in and from the word go, turned it on and played superbly.
Kapil Dev there, 42, bowled by Alan Donald. That was exactly what he was asked to do by his captain. This time Donald dropping a little short to Kapil, trying to repeat the shot of the first ball of the over, which went for 6. Beaten by pace, a little bit of lack of bounce, and the bails are flying. Kapil is out for 42. 29 balls it took him. India are 4 for 174.
Cambley, Vinu Cambley is the new batsman. Started today at 1:15. Was reduced to a 30-over match. And as that one comes in over the bails,
Wessels actually dived to try and catch this ball. Ball bounced out of his hands, but a good recovery. And as Cambley comes back for the 2, essentially in the last over of the game here, they had to run for everything. He's not back in time, beaten by Wessels' underarm throw. Not much joy for Cambley, but it does leave Mohommed Azaruddins still on strike, and he of course is the main Indian batsman here today. 77 not out.
Zip that one straight down the ground. Back for the second, and that was a huge dive down one striker's end.
Dramatic stuff here from Praveen Amre. The Indians, as I say, got to run for everything now in this last over. It's a long way out to long off there, and his one mission once the run had been called for was to set up as quickly as possible and make sure. It's a desperate dive, but it does make sure he's in. Merrick Pringham can't believe what he's seeing.
So Azaruddins hits down the ground. This could be out. There's a man underneath him. It's a long way down there. Yes, he's out, and that's the end of a fabulous innings by Mohommed Azaruddin. And that one unfortunately played to the long boundary in the air, and it's the end of what has been a marvellous innings to watch.
Azaruddin hit this very sweetly, but when you've got such a long distance to carry, very hard to beat the man. Adrian Kapil, the catcher, got underneath it in perfect position. It's the end of Azaruddin's very fine knock of 79.
Zavagal Srinath is the new batsman. So just one ball to go in this, the last over of the 30th. Emre's on strike. One run for that one, so the score moves on to 6 down to 108.
We pick up play, the score is on 1, and it's Kapil Dev bowling to Peter Kirsten.
That's through. That'll go all the way.
Kapil Dev can't afford to give Kirsten any width here. A short boundary that is square of the wicket at this Adelaide Oval makes it a lot easier for the batsman to get boundaries, and here Kirsten really cracks it through the gap, and despairing dive there, no chance, 4 runs, and Kirsten's got off to a very confident start.
Well struck. Tenduka's going hard. Dive. Almost a fingertipper there. Didn't quite get there. He was running the way. Tenduka then with the ball. He's a fine young athlete. Didn't quite make it. That's the over bowl. No wicket for 19.
Yes, here Andrew Hudson looking to go over the top. Hits it, and Tenduka after this one very confident that he's going to get it, diving with outstretched hands, thinking he's going to get it, and just past his fingertips. Oh, that was extremely close, but what a good effort.
The run's going to be very close. Oh, brilliant running. Srinath was
very close.
He's really got onto that one. Put it away. Srinath being expensive here. He's been something of a disappointment to the Indians in the World Cup. Not inconsistent and here too short.
Andrew Hudson had actually missed 3 or 4 attempted pulls before this one, but this time he's latched onto it very firmly indeed. He did up high over the mid wicket and one bounce into the crowd.
Well, we have Raju, the left arm spinner, who has bowled well for India in the World Cup. He's coming on now.
Still striking the ball very well. And he's beaten the fielder out at deep cover. A despairing and not very effective dive. 4 more to Kirsten.
That's a good bit of fielding. It must have been close. The Indians are very excited about it. Superb bit of work by Tendulkar.
Very enthusiastic fielder, this man. South Africa, none for 77. Well, most bowlers don't like to concede runs if they can possibly help it. And diving stop there. Very athletic.
Here it is again.
Very quickly gets the ball back into play there. You can see there's a little gap between the bat and the crease.
And Hudson is after him again. That's a big one. The long on is not far enough back. And it goes first bounce into the boundary. So Hudson after Raju for the second time and getting a boundary deep into the leg side field.
Really has to be a mixture of taking all the singles available, and that's very well played. And Kirsten has made 50.
Yes, it has been a very good knock and an intelligent knock, and that's what's been impressive about this start by South Africa.
And 2 here as well. So 50 to Hudson. It's well played by him too. .53 now to get off 41 balls. Well, he's trying to get away and push that one away through the offside field. And while they've managed to manipulate the bowlers, pushing him on the onside and on the offside, so often in this marvellous partnership, on that occasion, he tried to play a dead straight ball, square, and this is what happened.
The perfect Yorker there from Srinath. He's taken a bit of stick, but gets a little bit of revenge there as he gets rid of Andrew Hudson. South Africa 1 for 128.
Adrian Kepler, the new batsman, 32 years of age. And he's got a top score of 63. Put that one away on the onside. Settling for 1. So Kepler off the mark. Yes, I guess a high heart enjoyed signalling 4 there. And no ball there.
And this is a great over for South Africa. No ball called there. So they've got 8 runs and 2 legal deliveries. So that's a...
Has he got home? Yes, he has.
With 3 twos and a single.
Good appeal there for LBW, and he's run out. Well, Jonty Rhodes, the new batsman. Kirsten, however, has the strike as a result of that run out.
That's going to be 4. That's a magnificent shot, giving himself some room on the onside. Kapil pitching up. Hit straight through the line, Peter Kirsten. That's 4 over cover.
What a glorious shot. You might think that 8 per over for the last 4 overs is a big ask, but look at that for a magnificent cover drive. Just gave him gave him a bit of room. Got it on the up.
Got him. That's a vital wicket. Peter Kirsten's bowled. Kapil with the experience keeping the ball up. A fine innings from Peter Kirsten, but that's a blow for South Africa.
Well, how good is this man, Kapil Dev? Kirsten was giving himself room to hit through the offside to those shorter boundaries, and look at this, full pitched on off stump, Yorker length, brilliant bowling.
Beginning with a fine innings, 84 off 85 balls faced, 3 for 157. South African captain Kepler Wessels, big moment for him. If they win this match, they're into the semi-finals of the World Cup. Oh, he swings it away, it could be six. Jonty Rhodes into the action over the square leg.
I was just going to say the deep fieldsmen have been brought in just a little bit closer, because these guys don't hit the ball quite as cleanly, quite as far, and he's hit it out of the ground.
On. Well, there you go, 6 and out. Cut it straight to the man at point. Jonty Rhodes out for 7.
This is the beauty of having wickets in hand, isn't it, when you're chasing runs with a few overs to go. Very, very well bowled here by Prabhakar. The slower ball, have a look at this. Catches it on the rise, hit it pretty well, but straight to the field. Four for 163, South Africa.
Hanse Conje comes to the crease.
Well, Kepler not noted for his big hitting, but if you drop fractionally short to him, whether outside the off stump or off his pads, he's very, very good square of the wicket. So Prabhakar will be aiming for the base of the stumps. There's no doubt about that. There'll be no room at all.
Close. Oh, well, that was close to coming back for the second. Oh, he didn't pick it up. Dear, oh dear, the Seagulls, the ball was lost in the Seagulls. There was a chance for a run out of misfield, the pressure showing. Look at Azaruddin, hands on hips, very angry.
Very, very lucky for Azaruddin there. There weren't 3 run. There was a bit of a mix-up. Hanse Conje, he figured that the ball had been picked up cleanly. That's pitched outside leg, so that can't be out. Look at Hanse Conje there. He thought it had been picked up cleanly. Probably even missed that extra run.
Well struck, they should look for 2. Sanath, he's had a rugged day in the field, fires it back at Kapil there. There's always 2 there.
Yes, and they probably have kicked him out down there. He's had a horror day in the field. Poor old Jabagal Srinath. He's had a fit of the fumbles. But I really do think that there was 2 to any fielder here.
Could need 8 off the final over, and that'll be very, very close, getting too close for comfort with 6 wickets in hand.
Would only be tension out there in the crowd. You'd think of the bowlers coming in to bowl these last 7 deliveries. Kapil Dev is about to bowl his last ball. You wouldn't want to bowl a wide or a no ball.
Well struck, it's well placed as well. It's going all the way. 4 runs. Well, that takes the pressure off for the final over.
What a fantastic shot from Kepler Wessels. Pick the gap. Exactly what South Africa needed.
Yes, the South African captain facing Kepler Wessels last ball. He went for the Yorkers, just drifted to off stump, and he not only did he time it well, but he beat the man at cover on the fence. And that's a very valuable 4 runs. So if they're good enough now, and they seem to be, South Africa should win this match, but you never know. The pressure's on for the final 6 deliveries, and it's Prabhakar to bowl them. And what a wonderful effort it will be, Bruce, if South Africa do make the semi-finals.
Oh, marvellous. I saw them play their first game here in Australia in Perth on a damp sort of a pitch. They just lost that game, but it was a very strong West Australian team. And I figured after that match they'd get a lot of cheek in this World Cup.
And also, as we've been reacting here, bringing all the fieldsmen almost inside the circle, just 1 man at cover just outside, so they try and hit over the top probably. He's got it, there it goes, 1 bounce over the fence, so South Africa into the finals of the World Cup for 92, a magnificent effort, chasing the 4 for 100.
Victory.